Now, let's look at the third learning standard in subtopic 6.1. Solve linear equations in one variable. What does it mean by solve linear equations in one variable? What are you supposed to get? So the solution of linear equation is the numerical value that satisfies the equation. Numerical value means a specific number, meaning that you have to have the value of the variable of your linear equation. For example, if your variable is x, x will equals to 5. 5 is the specific number. Or x equals to 7. 7 is a specific number. Or x equals to negative 20. Negative 20 is a specific number. So in the solution of linear equation, you will only have x at the left hand side of your equation and a specific number at the right hand side. Okay, so there are three methods for you to solve linear equation. Okay, first is trial and improvement method. Second is application of equality concept. And third is backtracking method. But in this video, I am only focusing on equality concept. There is actually an extra information from your textbook. Solution of linear equation is also known as the root of the equation. So if the question said find the root of the equation, meaning that you have to find the value of the variable or find the solution of the linear equation. Okay. So what does equality concept means? Okay, in equality concept, left hand side must be equals to the right hand side. The value of left hand side must be equals to the right hand side. Whatever happens at the left hand side must also happen at the right hand side. Okay, so those are the meanings of equality concept. Okay, left hand side must be equals to right hand side. The value at the left hand side must be equals to the right hand side. Whatever happened at the left hand side must also happen at the right hand side. So look at this example. Original equation, you have 2x plus 1 equals to 7. Okay. Next step, we have minus 1 at the left hand side. We also have to minus 1 at the right hand side. Why? Because this is the equality concept. All that happens at the left hand side must also happen at the right hand side. Okay. Why do we have to minus 1? Because we have to eliminate this plus 1. Okay. Our objective in solving linear equation is to only have the variable x at the left hand side and the value at the right hand side. Okay, that is our objective in solving linear equation. So we have to get this answer. Okay, there is actually a shortcut to this. You don't have to actually write this. Whatever happened at the left hand side must also happen at the right hand side. Okay, so let's look at next example. How you are going to simplify. First example, let's say you have x plus 5 equals to 4. So again, the objective of you solving linear equation is to get only x at the left hand side and the value or a numerical value at the right hand side. So you have to get rid of this 5. Plus 5, sorry. Okay, so to get rid of this plus 5, to eliminate this, you have to minus 5 at the left hand side and right hand side. And you will get x equals to 4 minus 5. Okay, because plus 5 minus 5 will equals to 0, you will only left with x. Okay, so when you are doing your working step, when you are writing, you can straight away from x plus 5 equals to 4 to x equals to 4 minus 5. You can skip this second step. Okay, you can skip the second step to get x equals to 4 minus 5, and the final answer is x equals to negative 1. Okay, second example, if you have x minus 6 equals to 1, to eliminate this minus 6, you have to add 6, because minus 6 plus 6 will equals to 0. So when you plus 6 at the left hand side, you must also plus 6 at the right hand side. So you will have x equals to 1 plus 6. But in your writing, you can skip the second equation. You can skip the second step from x minus 6 equals to 1 to x equals to 1 plus 6. And your final answer is x equals to 7. Okay, you can skip the second step. Okay, so basically from this you can see that if you have plus 5 at the left hand side, you have to minus 5 at the right hand side. If you have minus at the left hand side, you have to add, you have to plus at the right hand side. Okay, when you skip, you can just change the operation when you change the side. What about multiplication and division? So look at this example 3. If you have 2x equals to 8, 2x means 2 times x. So to get rid this 2, you have to divide it by 2. If the number here is 3, you have to divide by 3. If the number here is negative 10, you have to divide by negative 10. If the number here is negative 1, so you have to divide with negative 1. But since this example, the number is 2, so you have to divide by 2. When you divide by 2 at the left hand side, you have to divide by 2 at the right hand side to get x equals to 8 over 2 or 8 divided by 2. But in your writing, you can simply write 2x equals to 8 straight away into x equals to 8 divided by 2. And the final answer, your final answer is x equals to 4. Okay, so next example 4, if you have x divided by 3 equals to 5. So this is a division. To get rid of this division, you have to multiply. Whatever happens at the left hand side will happen at the right hand side. Okay, since the number below here at the bottom here is 3, so means you have to multiply by 3. If the number over here is actually 5, you have to multiply by 5. If the number over here is negative 4, means you have to multiply by negative 4. Okay, to get x, so since this example, the number here is 3, so you have to multiply by 3 at both sides. To get x, you can skip the second step from x divided by 3 equals to 5 to x equals to 5 times 3. And your final answer is x equals to 15. So you can see that from this example, when you have a multiplication at left hand side, you have to make it as a division at the right hand side. But if you have a division at the left hand side, you must make it a multiplication at the right hand side. Okay, when you change the side, you change the operation from plus to minus or minus to plus, or multiplication to division or division to multiplication. Okay, whenever you change sides, you have to change the operation. Now, let's look at this case. How do you solve linear equations in one variable if the variable is at one side? One side for this example is at the left hand side. So you have this x over 4 minus 3 equals to 11. You have two terms here in this left hand side. You have x over 4 and you have minus 3. So if this case, if you see this, first option for you is to eliminate 3 first. You can eliminate minus 3 first. So to eliminate this 3, you have to add 3 at the right hand side. From left to right. From subtract to plus. Okay. So after you eliminate 3, you will have x over 4 equals to 11 plus 3 to get x over 4 equals to 14. So now next step is for you to eliminate 4. So this is a division. So to eliminate this, you have to multiply. From left to right. From division to multiplication. So your final answer will be x equals to 56. How do you know that your answer is actually correct? So for you to know that your answer is correct, substitute this value 56 into the original question, where this x is supposed to be changed into 56, and when you calculate this left hand side, the value must be equals to the right hand side. Okay, so that's how you check your answer. Next, what if you have x minus 2 over 4 equals to 7? Okay, so this time, in this example, the left hand side is in one term. Okay, this is one term. So you cannot eliminate minus 2, but you have to eliminate 4 first. So to eliminate this 4, since this is a division at the left hand side, at the right hand side, you have to multiply by 4. So 7 times 4 is 28. At the left hand side, it's only left with x minus 2. So next step is to eliminate these 2. To eliminate these 2, you have to add 2 at the right hand side. So you will have x equals to 28 plus 2 equals to 30. Again, to check whether your answer is correct, substitute this value x equals to 30 into the original question, change this x into 30, calculate this left hand side, the value is supposed to be equals to 7. Okay, that's how you check. If the value is not equals to the left hand side, if the value at this left hand side is not equals to the right hand side, meaning that your answer is incorrect. So you have to check your working step. Next, what if I have this? 3 in bracket y minus 5 equals to 9. This in bracket is actually, it means that you have to multiply. Okay, it is actually a distributive law. You have to apply distributive law. Where did you heard this distributive law? It is in your first chapter. Okay, rational number. So what happened when you apply distributive law? You have to multiply 3 with y to get 3y. Okay, and then you have to multiply 3 with minus 5 to get minus 15. Okay, so from 3 in bracket y minus 5, you are going to get 3y minus 15. Okay, because of the distributive law application. So you will have 3y minus 15 equals to 9. So from here, you have to eliminate 15 by adding 15 at the right hand side. Okay, so you will have 3y equals to 24. So from here, you have to eliminate 3 by dividing 3 at the right hand side. Okay, y equals to 24 divided by 3, and you will have y equals to 8. Again, to check whether your answer is correct or not, substitute this value into the original question. Make sure the left hand side value is equals to the right hand side value. Okay, so what if we have variable at both sides? We have x at the left hand side, we also have x at the right hand side. Okay, for this case, what you have to do is simply gather the algebraic terms which has the unknown, which has the variable at the left hand side, and the normal terms which is the numbers only at the right hand side. So original question, you have 2x plus 3 equals to 3x minus 5. So when you gather algebraic terms, all the algebraic terms at the left hand side, meaning that you have to change this 3x at the right hand side to the left hand side. 3x over here is a plus. So when you change its side, it will become minus. Okay, 3x here is plus. When you change side, it will become a minus. And for this number 3, since it is an addition, when you change the side, you will make it as a minus. So from 2x plus 3 equals to 3x minus 5, you will have 2x minus 3x equals to negative 5 minus 3. Okay, so from here, you can use your previous knowledge on addition and subtraction of algebraic terms in chapter 5. If you have 2x minus 3x, they are like terms. So you can just minus their number. So 2 minus 3 will be negative 1. Okay, since it is a negative 1, the digit 1, you don't have to write it down. You simply have to write x as negative x. Okay, and for the right hand side, you have negative 5 minus 3. Write it down as negative 8. So you will have negative x equals to negative 8. Okay, again, your objective in solving linear equations is to find the value of your variable. The variable is x, not negative x. So meaning that you have to get rid of this negative. There are two methods. First method as shown here. Since negative x is actually negative 1x, so you have to eliminate negative 1 by dividing it at the right hand side. Negative 8 divided by negative 8 is equals to positive 8. Okay, the other option for you is that whenever you see terms like this, whenever you see expression like this, negative x equals to negative 8, simply eliminate the negative sign. Okay? So, again, to check your answer whether it is correct or not, make sure when you substitute the value that you get, your right hand side, your left hand side value will equals to the right hand side value. Okay? So now, solving problems involving linear equation. When you have a long sentence question, so first you have to identify the variable and represent the variable with a letter. Next, form a linear equation based on the information given. This is from your previous standard learning standard. Okay, and then solve the equation to find the value of the variable. So let's look at this example. Aizuddin's age now is 4 years old. In the next 5 years, Anna's age will be twice Aizuddin's age. What is Anna's age now? Sorry. Okay, so from this situation, you can actually come out with this information. Their age now, for Aizuddin, he is 4, but Anna is the one that you are looking for. If it is the one that you are looking for, let it be X. Represent it with a letter. That is your unknown. That is your variable, and I choose X here. Okay, so in the sentence, in the next 5 years, so you will have their age 5 years later. Anna's age will be twice Aizuddin's age. So your age will be increasing years after years. So after 5 years, Aizuddin's age will be 4 plus 5, while Anna will be X plus 5. Okay, so this is what you know. Okay, this is the fact about age that you know. But from the question, the information given is that Anna's age twice Aizuddin's age. So your equation will be X plus 5, which is Anna's age, is equals to twice Aizuddin's age. 2 times 4 plus 5. Okay, where did I get this 4 plus 5? From here. Okay, so on the right hand side, you can see that 4 plus 5 equals to 9. So you will have to, in bracket 9. This means multiply. Okay, at the left hand side, you cannot do anything. So simply write it back again, x plus 5. So next, you will have x plus 5 equals to 18. So from here, you can eliminate plus 5 by subtracting 5 at the right hand side, to get x equals to 18 minus 5 equals to 13. So what is this value for? This is Anna's age now. She is 13 years old now. Okay. So hopefully by showing these few examples, you can get the idea of how to solve linear equation.